What's that, you ask? That's my new Canon T6i. I got this thing for a steal. It does a lot better than my little GoPro Hero 3 that's like 8 years old now. So, boom! Alright, so full disclosure, I actually have a video about half done for this week, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that project done in time, so instead I bought some of these lights like a week ago and they showed up, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade a couple fixtures and hang them up. So I've got this first fixture right here. It was actually in my house when I bought it, and I thought, cool, they actually left me a light. Well, I hung it up, and it turns out that just for no reason whatsoever, it'll turn off, or it won't turn back on. So it's super not repeatable, and sometimes I have a light and sometimes I don't. And I've also got another fixture outside that holds 4 bulbs. That's just total garbage I bought for $10 online. So I'm going to convert these over to these, they're T8 sized bulbs, but they're LEDs. And these ones are different from the ones you get at the hardware store because they are the single end. So basically here, when you open up your box, you get these. And inside one end of the tube, you've got like the circuitry so that you can plug in just straight power out of your wall, 110 AC, into these, and they work just fine. Like these little guys rectified into DC, whatever voltage that these LEDs need, probably like 12 volts or something. And so you're good to go. All you gotta do is run these. You know, you run one of these prongs to hot, one to the neutral, and you're good to go. So. They don't sell them in the hardware stores, probably because the good old Home Depot and whatnot, they always are looking for just plug and play type stuff, you know. They don't want to sell somebody this and then they plug it in their fixture and blow themselves up and now they got a lawsuit, right? But, so I'm going to take this one apart and I'll show you how easy it is to convert it over. It's mainly demolition, which is always cool. Alright, first step is take these bulbs out. So these bulbs are good. I actually bought these new, so I will probably put them online for free so somebody that has a fixture that takes them can go ahead and take them and get some use out of them instead of just throwing them away. And I got like 3 screws. Make sure I'm not scratching my wife's table. Probably should set this up. Looks like it actually gets caught on my little tombstone a little bit. That's what's holding it in. There we go. Maybe. Okay. So pretty much the only thing that you need to keep out of here is the power cable going in. And you want to snip these so that you can have some usable length for when you wire the ends in. That right there's your ballast. That's the thing that goes out in these and then everyone throws them away. So we'll go ahead and rip it out and then wire it up. So pretty much I just snip the ballast out fairly close to the ballast as it's going in the trash, and that gives you the most usable wire to rewire it. Ta-da! And you can kind of sort out the wires and see what's what. So some styles of ballast run the two connectors. They have continuity between them, and some don't. You got to check. You got to have the kind that are not connected, because otherwise you would be directly connecting your hot and your neutral off your outlet, basically. Because one of these is going to be hot, one's going to be neutral. So we'll check and see what style this one has. If they are connected, it's not a big deal. This kit comes with extras of these, but we'll check it out. The other style fixture was a lot harder to get these out, and so I was really happy that they were not connected and I could just use the old ones. And this one is not connected either. I didn't get a beep, so we are good there. So I've got my multimeter set to continuity, so you get that if you have continuity. Okay, just to be safe, I'm checking the other one too. No continuity. And now you can basically, you've got a line in and a power. And so you can run this one to two of the wires on, or one wire on each of these, or on the other one to the other wire on each of them, and you're wired in. You don't need any of this. Alright, a little bit of movie magic. I went and got some wire nuts out of the garage. So I was just reading over the instructions one more time just to make sure I'm not messing anything up, but it really is that easy. You've got these wires are coming off of the cord, coming into the fixture from the outlet. You got two wires there and a ground, so there's your 3 prongs on your plug. Now you're going to plug each one of these little guys. I'm going to snip them a little bit. So a little more is hanging out there. These ones are actually solid wire. That's interesting. I'm going to take the left one on both, put them together. And it doesn't specify in the instructions, so I'm assuming since it's AC power and all, that doesn't matter which one you pick on the outlet side. So we're going to put all 3 of these together with the wire nut. And then do the other side. So, and that is all there is to wiring this up. So I can snip all this wire out because I don't need it. Alright, so now I think the tricky part on this one is going to be getting these to fit back in here nicely. Looks like if you put them on here first, they slide on there pretty good. Alright, this side took me a minute to figure out. I even tried bending stuff back to figure it out, but the trick is to set it all the way down in there and then pull them out. Boom, got it. Bend that back a little bit. It's like it never happened. Alright, so before I put all the screws in, I'm going to go ahead and put some bulbs in and see if it works. So these bulbs are only hot on the end with the electronics. So you can see them down in there in the tube. So that's the side that has to go this direction. The other side is just to hold it in place. Alright. Let's plug this thing in, see if there's smoke. Ta-da! Alright, go ahead and button up the case, put the other bulb in, and we should be good to go. Yeah, I should wipe this thing down before I put the bulbs in it. We got wires hanging out. Dang it. Please excuse my wife getting chips. That's what all the crinkling is.
You're in the kitchen.
Alright, ballast is out. Fixture is converted. I'm gonna go hang this bad boy up. Alright, so this is the other fixture. I got this one for $10. That's about $10 too many. And yeah, bought it. They said it worked. Totally didn't work. So I'm gonna gut that ballast out. Do the same thing you just saw, but this one has 4 bulbs. And while it's all gutted, I'm gonna go ahead and paint it. You see all the chips and rust and all that junk. And then I'll do the same thing, and then I'll be hanging it up. Oh, one different thing is that this one was wired into a building, so it doesn't have a cord on it. But luckily, we had an old coffee pot that I jacked a cord off of, so I'll be using that. And same process from there. You plug your cord in, you got 2 wires, and that's it. Alright guys, so it's getting dark, and I'm getting tired, and it's Friday night, so I got some editing to do, but figured I'd show you. I gutted this one out. I'm not going to finish this tonight. Not going to hang them up tonight. I'm tired. It's been a long week. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, but you get the idea. It's easy to wire up. I'll probably post a link to these in the description. I got them off Amazon. That's the easiest way to get them. I wish I could find them local, but they're about $9 a bulb. I bought a 6-pack for, I think it's 54 bucks. So not bad, especially when they're LEDs, so they should last like as long as I'm alive probably, to be honest. And I move around every couple of years for work, so LEDs are friendly for vibrations and that kind of thing, so I can actually move these things. The movers did not like all of my fluorescent bulbs before. They claimed they wouldn't move them, and I talked to them nicely, and they said, okay, we'll move them, but you can't claim them, because if you try to claim them, they'll just tell you shouldn't have moved them in the first place. Right now I've got in my garage, let's see, 8 LED bulbs like these. So I'm going to be going from 8, and I'm adding another 6, so we'll be up to 14 bulbs in there. So it should be pretty bright, and it should help the YouTube videos and everything, so it should look pretty good. So hope you like the new camera, and I will see you next week, hopefully with some machining stuff.